Welcome back to Shenandoah Sidelines, and I'm with the Riverheads Gladiators coach here, Coach John Corbett. And, Coach, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you. A win is a win in this league, and we'll take it.
Of course, you and I were talking before the game about the game a little bit, and you kind of hinted around a little bit that this might be a tough game here tonight.
Right. We've never played well up here. Even with the state team, when we came up here, we escaped with a 1-point win. I don't know what it is about this place, but we just don't play well here and haven't ever.
Well, Coach, of course, the big thing in the first half there was you got the big lead there at the halftime. At one time in the third quarter, you were up by 15. You pressed them early in the game, but then in the second half, you came back and you dropped back into your, I believe it was a 2-3 zone?
No, we call it the bottle. It's our 3-2 zone.
Okay, you drop back into a zone there, try to force them to the outside and shoot from the perimeter, and they kind of obliged you a little bit because they hit 7 3-pointers there in that second half.
Well, what really happened was we started off, real well. We got a nice lead. We were playing very well, and then all of a sudden we lost our poise, and I made some substitutions, and all of a sudden things didn't go as smoothly as they should. We've been playing a lot of players this year, but even when they go in, they should be able to go, and they didn't. And basically then we stopped playing defense and we started reaching and grabbing, and we got ourselves in foul trouble, and that's why we went to the zone at the beginning of the second half. We had foul problems, and we wanted to try to alleviate that with our 3-2 zone defense. We call it the bottle. But, we didn't do a very good job in that either. And when Scott's a quality player, when he got hot, he got really hot. And, that really made the game very interesting for the fans, not very interesting for me.
I know a couple times you jumped up there and took some timeouts, but something you and I talked about, coaches in basketball talk about the first, the second, and the third part of the season. The first part of your all season, you wound up 4-6, but something you and I talked about was you played a lot of those double-A schools down around your area down there.
Right. We try to play up as much as we can. I think it makes our kids a lot better in the long run. This year we have a little bit of a problem, trying to play up, but basically I think it does us a lot of good. Any coach can go out and schedule 7 wins if you got a halfway decent team at the beginning of the year, but do you learn anything? So we try to play teams that are well coached so we can find out where our weaknesses are, and we found out very quickly and we do have our weaknesses.
Of course, you made the comment when we started here, a win's a win, but this is a big win tonight because this is the first district game for you.
Right, and basically this is a tough league this year from top to bottom. This team will beat, good teams that will be on the top by the time the year gets through. They're very well coached and they play hard, and, we gave them an opportunity to get in the game, and, we opened the door and they ran right through it, so they'll get some wins. But it's a tough league. It's tough, and it's not a great team. There's not great teams in it, but everybody's pretty equal, and so, it's going to be a tough year.
Well, listen, Coach, I really appreciate you taking a little time out here and stopping by and talk to us. And, again, congratulations on your win, your first win in the district here. And I'm sure seeing your team here tonight, you all going to have a lot more wins coming up down the road here.
Well, I hope so. And I appreciate your interest in promoting high school sports in the area. And, this is a great idea. Thank you very much.
And listen, thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Shenandoah Sidelines, and I'm with the point guard here, or one of the guards for the Stonewall Jackson Generals, David Scott. And David, tough loss for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was.
Of course, you came into this tonight's game. This was your first district game, and of course, I'm sure everybody was all pumped up for that. You were 0-7 up to this point. Looking for that first win, obviously the first win in the district. You guys dug yourself a hole early in the game.
Yeah, we've been having a real problem with that. We just keep getting down, and we can't get ourselves back in the game. And we struggle, and then in the third quarter, we decided to pick it up and try and get back into it.
Of course, the other thing in here, and I've seen about 3 of y'all's games now, fouls. It all seems like you get in foul trouble really, really early with some key players. You yourself tonight got in foul trouble early with 3 and played pretty much the entire second half. I don't think you played a whole lot in the third quarter, but you played the second half with 4 fouls. How are you all going to try to stop doing some fouling out there?
Just got to pick it up on defense and work on it. Got to quit fouling so much, and that's just something we got to work on.
Of course, you just mentioned something else here. You dug the hole. You guys never gave up. That's one thing about this basketball team that I've seen this year. You're not going to give up. You're going to play to the very last second on the clock. You guys came back in that second half. You cut the lead at one time down to 6. You yourself alone in that fourth quarter had 9 points to try to help to bring you guys back. What is it that it seems like in the first half you dig the hole, you don't have the intensity, but that somewhere in the second half you pick up the pace and the intensity? What has to happen here to get a balance between the first and the second half?
We just gotta work on it, pull it all together. We've had quarters where we play, a full half, and then we've had, where we play a second half, and we just got to pull it all together and work on it all together.
Of course, Coach Corbett just gave you all a good compliment when I interviewed him about how scrappy you all are, and that's been a trademark of a Stonewall Jackson basketball team is your scrappiness. One thing is, of course, they had the big guy tonight, and they seemed like they wanted to go down into him a lot. Got to give yourself, and you got to give your teammates a lot of credit on how scrappy you guys really are. Yeah,
we really try to play really, really hard on the defensive end and try and pick up the intensity, and sometimes you just get fouls.
Well, David, listen, I really appreciate you coming by here. I know that it's early in the beginning of the district schedule here. You got 9 more games left, and I'm going to tell you what Coach Corbett said. He said there's some wins, and there's going to be some quality wins from the Stonewall Jackson basketball team.
And there will be.
All right, David, thanks a lot for stopping by, and hope you all have a lot of success for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Shenandoah Sidelines, and coming here to all you fans out there from Stonewall Jackson High School tonight. Stonewall Jackson and Riverheads both opening up their district play against each other, and Riverheads is going to go away tonight with a 63-52 11-point win, but don't let the 11 points indicate that this was possibly a blowout game. At one time, Stonewall Jackson was down by 15 points, but the scrappiness of this team brought them back at one time to cut the lead to 6, and then, of course, they had to resort to some fouling there at the end, and Riverhead stepped up to the free throw line and made their free throws. It's early in the year, and when I say it's early in the year, it's early in the district schedule, just the first game for both teams. Of course, Riverhead's going to get the win here tonight. They're going to go 1-0 in the district. Of course, Stonewall Jackson's going to drop to 0-8 and 0-1 in the district. But go back to what Coach Corbett said. This Stonewall Jackson basketball team is going to pick up some quality wins against some quality teams before this year is over. So that's going to bring an end to it here tonight in Stonewall Jackson. 63-52, Riverhead's the winner. And until next week, you have a good week, but more importantly, you have a safe week.